BettercallMAGNUS is from Turkey. Let's play something solid. Trying to get some sort of Steinitz variation. I don't know exactly what this this line with a6 and g6 is called. I think with just g6 and not a6, it's called dismissal variation. But okay. So is there a reason I can't go here? I guess this makes sense in conjunction with d takes e5. I mean, usually bishop g5 doesn't really do a whole lot. Or sometimes it makes sense to provoke the knight to e7 because it very often would rather go to f6. But this, what he's doing now, it just looks like he lost time. h6 is useful for me. I guess it depends where he puts his bishop. Like bishop h4 does, no, okay, it looks a bit artificial. He'll probably play bishop e3, and I think I can go f5. The only downside of f5 would be ef, gf, knight h4, but I can castle there. I don't see why that's an issue. So it looks like I sort of got a dream version of it all. Yeah, I would suspect he's going to go knight h4. I'll castle, and he can play f4. Because knight takes d5 doesn't work. It's check on d5. I think I should castle. Queen h5 doesn't worry me. I can f4. This looks good. Looks like the right way to play. I don't really want him to take, so I'll probably play e4 myself. Actually, it's kind of annoying that my bishop on d7 is taking a square of where my knight would like to go. And I would ideally love to be on f6. Okay, g3 looks logical. So this is a bit of a question. I actually like the idea of putting the bishop on e8, on f7, and putting pressure on d5. Knight d7, f6 is coming as well. Yeah. Okay, let's play knight d7. He'll take and he'll give a check on d4, I think. And then I can go knight f6. He's not fully developed the way that he wants to. I think I can play knight f6. There's no. I mean, g4, fg, bishop e4. I don't think that worries me. I'm not sure I want that either. Yeah, I don't think that worries me. After bishop e4, I have c5, and I can take back. Okay, c4. It's kind of asking for c5 now. I don't know what he wants. Does he want to play queen c3? And then after b5, I'll have to make some strange moves. But it actually, I mean, I'd rather break up his center. I don't see how I'm going to do that. c6 doesn't appeal to me, so let's go for c5. I think he'll play queen c3. Because if he takes, I take with the pawn looks decent. If he could get his b1 knight to e3, then my position would be kind of terrible. But that takes a very long time. Does this concern me if I play d5? I also have rook b8. I don't think he wants to take yet. And because taking on b2 will be really huge in that game. This looks fine. Yeah, I mean, he could just play b3, of course. But I guess this is a good inclusion, rook b8 and b3 for me. And then I'll probably play d5. I guess he, yeah, I was wondering about this. Can't I take? What's the problem with taking? Knight e4, rook c2, knight d6. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's likely to work. I also have like c5. It's sort of an attractive move. Rook b2, I just don't see it. Maybe bishop e4, f e4, knight e4 is what he's hoping for. I have queen b6 there. Yeah, I'm not seeing his attack. Maybe he just wants to play like bishop b3. That actually might be his idea. I can play c5. Actually, I'm not liking that too much. Maybe I should just play d5 here. d5, he has queen e5. Okay, I prefer that to rook b2, bishop b3 just suddenly didn't seem very appealing. I mean, queen e5, I still... Okay, this actually makes me a little bit happier that he chose to take. It just seems like it frees my bishop a bit more, frees my pieces. Yeah, now... okay, let's play bishop f7. And then he'll play queen e5. Queen e5, I mean, I'm ready to lose the f5 pawn now. Just to... Yeah, I didn't want to allow him to take in knight f5 and win a pawn in the endgame. So he'll take on f5, he wins a pawn, but I still have this like really big center. And his queen is also... I don't think it's trapped, but it's forced to go to some strange squares. Yeah, bishop e6, queen e5, bishop g4 actually wins in exchange, but I don't know if I want that. I'd rather go here, force him to h3, and then d4. It starts to look really nice. Yeah, I can also give him a check first, but and then e3. Okay. d4 looks pretty good. Doesn't threaten anything, but if I get my pawn to d3, it's just a disaster for him. I mean, that'll basically be the end of the game. So yeah, f5 sort of what I was thinking. Bishop h5 looks good. g4, bishop g4. If rook d2, I mean, I can play e3, which looks winning. So I don't know, maybe he'll play g4 take and queen g3, but that doesn't seem to help him very much. Knight d5, I can just take on d1. Yeah, I think this is the end of the game. I don't know where it went wrong for him exactly. Queen e5, rook e8, it seemed like he was doing everything right, and then probably taking on f5 was just too greedy. Okay, so take on d1, take on f6, d3, queen g4, king h8 doesn't worry me. My pawns are really strong. I can play e3, take e2. Let's go for that. 2, yeah, e1, rook e8. All right, that was a fun game.